Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I know it's been a while. Gun and Sumo have pretty much been head down working on the game as hard as they can, making sure everything is going to be good for the upcoming technical test. And that's what I'm actually here to talk about today. We're going to go over the hub post that is on the TexasChainsawGame.com website. So if you already know what it says, you might just want to go ahead and click away. The intention for this video is just to pass out the info for those that may not have heard it yet. We're going to go over the questions and the answers really quick here in this video. So right into it, the technical test is taking place on May 25th, 2023. It will last through the weekend, Thursday through Sunday. It'll be ending on May 29th, which is actually my birthday. Hey Gun, can I play this on my birthday? Wink, wink. What platform is this test going to be on? It is only going to be on Steam PC. So this is going to be PC only. What specs are needed to play? Their specs are a bit high. It's because the game is still under optimization. The specs will be a little bit high, kind of like it was, back on the Friday the 13th beta. It was the same way because the game was still being optimized. I think back then I got around 30 frames per second on that game because I didn't have all the high-end gear at the time. So for 1080p 30 FPS, you're going to want an i5 CPU, 8 gigabytes of RAM, 30 GB HDD, RTX 27. And then for 60 frames per second, 1080p, i7 CPU, 16 GB RAM, 30 GB SSD, RTX 3070. If you want 4K, it's pretty hefty. 30 FPS, i7 CPU, 16 GB RAM, 30 GB SSD, RTX 3090, 4K 60 FPS, i9 CPU, 16 GB RAM, 30 GB SSD, RTX 4090. So it is pretty hefty. You're going to have a pretty strong machine to run this. So that's, not everybody is going to be able to play this at a smooth frame rate right off the bat, but you never know. I'd say give it a try if you're close by those ranges just to see. It doesn't hurt. How do you participate and sign up for the tech test? It says you can wishlist the Texas Chainsaw Massacre on Steam. Wishlisting the game is the best way to stay informed of when the tech test page goes live. And this is a big one for all you content creators out there. If you want to reach out to Gun as a content creator, you're going to be doing that through Evolve PR, which is also through terminals.io. Terminals.io. Look that up, and it's pretty easy to find. That is how a lot of developers distribute keys. So you're going to want to go in there, sign up, and then make sure you're on the Texas Chainsaw page and request a key there. How will I know if I get chosen to be part of the tech test? You will receive an email from Steam when you're added to the tech test. You will see your status on the store page for the base game as well. And then for the terminals.io, I'm sure that they will reach out to your email as long as you gave the correct information there. Is the technical test public? Yes, the test will be free to the public. How many seats for the test? This is basically how many people will be allowed to play. The seats will be limited. Exact seat counts are not set in stone at this time. So, can I create and stream content of the tech test NDA? The tech test does not require an NDA, which means that all players can stream, create, and upload content during the test. Is the tech test free? Yes, the tech test will be free for anyone who receives an email from Steam for access to the test. What's the difference between a tech test and a beta? A tech test differs from a beta in that the technical test is more focused on stress testing the game and back-end services, allowing our team to adjust server load and make any adjustments prior to launch. So it is a big hands-on process to keep the game optimized through the weekend, and they really want to see what happens when a lot of people are in the game and what kind of bugs may happen, and they're testing the servers. Whereas with a AAA beta, it's a little bit less so, right? It's more for marketing, with a AAA beta. And yes, they're also kind of testing for optimization, but at the same time, whereas Sumo is a smaller company and so is Gun, they're probably really going to be hands-on with this for the whole weekend, like right there with the players, trying to keep track of bugs, keep track of server issues, back-end issues, all the stuff that comes with trying to keep the game together when there's thousands of people on the game. Whereas in AAA, they don't really have to worry about that as much because they've already most likely set up for that. So that's kind of, I guess, the big difference between beta and technical test. What content should we expect in the test? Maps, characters, and metagame. This is very important. Pay attention, you guys. Players can expect PvP matches with other people who receive Steam keys. You will only be allowed to access the family house, so we're only going to be in the family house during the technical test. Players can expect to play as victims Leland, Connie, Sunny, and Anna. So that means Julie will be out of the picture for this one. For family, players will be able to choose from the cook, the hitchhiker, and Leatherface. So we will not be seeing Johnny, and we will not be seeing Sissy. What are the main purposes of the tech test? The purpose of the tech test is to see how the game handles the player base, the servers, like I just said, the gameplay, and the ins and outs of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. This will not only be for players, but will also be for us to see how that works and what may possibly need improvements before release day. Is the build of the tech test close to what the game will be at launch? The build of the tech test is the latest build now of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, but it is not its final version. On release day, the game will be in its finalized version. So you guys have to understand that what this means is they're constantly coming out with builds for the game. It's like patching a game, you know, they're fixing it and updating it and updating it. So by the time May 25th rolls around, they're going to have, you know, where they're going to be at a certain point, but that's not going to be the same point they are by the time the game releases, because they're constantly patching it, constantly making new builds, constantly updating. Everything is always a work in progress. So that said, you guys, that is pretty much it for the info. I know that this video wasn't as insightful or digging into theory or characters and all that stuff, but I feel that we've probably come really close to covering as much as we can before we get hands-on. So this might be the last video for a while until we get hands-on. Now keep in mind, you guys, I will be playing this over on Twitch. I won't be streaming it on YouTube just because YouTube really hates bloody stuff. It hates gore. All that stuff seems to get pushed down on the algorithm for some people, and the platform's AI just doesn't enjoy it. So I'll be over on Twitch. Make sure you go and follow my Twitch channel. Right now, currently, I'm just variety streaming, but I will be streaming the heck out of this game as long as I'm able to get a key. So keep track of that. I'll be all over it, you guys. Once the game's technical test ends, I will be going back through all my gameplay and pulling chunks from the gameplay, and then I will be just constantly talking about different aspects of the game, what I feel could be done better, maybe some criticism. You know, I don't really know what I'm going to talk about yet because I haven't played the game, but we'll see, you know, if I have any criticisms, way that the devs, ideas for the game, ways for the devs to kind of make it an even better experience, you know. Trying to come at it from all angles, really. So that said, that's it. And I think the next time I see you guys, it'll probably be when the technical test is starting to roll out. You guys have a good one. Happy May. May the 4th be with you and all that good stuff. I will see you later. Ta-ta.